Can it defy gravity? Apple, revisiting Apple. What happened here, man? This is the golden standard. Everybody looks at Apple. What's happening with Apple? Had that huge drop back in November. Then we had a huge drop in December. How much is that? 18% down, 11% down. Lots of big haircut. Price action below 12-month moving average. Is that declining? And it's declining. It's been declining for 1, 2, 3 months. Okay, let's do it, man. Let's do the where's my resistance? Monthly defined resistance. Right here. This is the ultimate. And that's what happens, man. When you drop so far and it just starts pulling back, you say, I'm out of the woods. But look at that, guys. This happened. This drop here happened. It's real. It's a huge drop. Something is getting priced in. Closed below 12-month moving average. Now it's flattened. It's decreasing, declining. The more it's staying below, the more it's going to start angling downwards. So you got to really, really respect that. And our memory is very short term. With Twitter, with stock tweets, with all the information that's coming in daily, it's kind of shortening our attention span or our memory. We can't see as back as we want because our brain's just dealing with constant news all the time. And then we say we're just like 2 months away from all this huge damage, 2-3 months away. And the damage is not healed yet, guys. You could go on any top pattern or any bottom pattern. After a hard fall, you need some time, some sideways move. You just don't go back up. You need moves to digest that information. Many months. See, after a hard drop, a lot of months, and then after that, maybe you could climb out. So we're not quite there yet. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna see where my support is. Monthly defined support, now turn resistance. So this is the top pattern. Broke down November. Gapped up. And then after that, close all the way down. Buyers coming in, so we're starting to define some support. Oh, right here. Let's bring that line. And look at that monthly defined support, guys. Red candle, close. Market says, and going deeper. Add some more here. Okay. Monthly close here. Went down, closed below this pattern, this support. And after that, decided to see, could we go down deeper? But we have, this is the wicks noise below monthly defined support. So this level right here, what is it? It's 154. Super duper important. Gap down, went back up. And now it's pulling back above this support, that was turn resistance, but that went right back up. And now we're still below 12-month moving average. You see that wick here. So the month is not over yet. I think there's 2 weeks left. But the buyers were in strong. But right now, the sellers coming in and slowing it down. So all of this, you see, price action getting pushed back in. And if this was really to continue strong, we'd go retest that 12-month moving average, retest that monthly defined support, turn resistance, and then after that, try to go back down, hit the support, go down here, and maybe some type of scenario like that could happen eventually. But then chart morphs, right? Creating bigger patterns. And every time you go test some levels and you're creating that support, you're defining that line. The more you're defining it. So this is the crazy pattern. Top pattern information right now. You need a close below 154, and then I have an applied measure move bring me back below the lows of 2016. So that's going to be some support we're going to run into. And there's even more. There's some resistance here. Turn support. Oh. right here. Resistance turns support, and if we go through that, then we target in this zone right here. If I do my swing rule and I just do my target based on that, I would actually move my target just a little bit above, just to make sure I get triggered at the 93 level, 94 level, and not get greedy and hope I really pierce through that monthly defined support. So the chart's morphing, and that's the implied measure move if ever we get a close below that 154 level. So let's zoom in on the weekly and see what we're dealing with, guys. Are we still in stage 4? How is it behaving? Is it still an A++ setup? Let's look at it. Oh, arrow. Where is it going to put it? Where is my arrow? Let's do it this way. It's over here. Whoop. There you go. Okay, so underperforming the SPX right here. Right here, close below that monthly defined breakdown line. You're still inclining 30-week moving average, so as soon as it turns red, that means the price action is below a declining 30-week moving average, underperforming the SPX. So it's a lot of weight of evidence that you're really in stage 4. You're out of the Ichimoku cloud. Hold on, I'm just going to remove my monthly defined scribbles. But I'll keep the monthly defined support because you want to see that. Sometimes it is most of the time it is invisible on the weekly. Because remember, it removes, I draw it with the closes of the monthly, the red candles for the support or the closes of the green candles for the resistance. And you see these are wicks. Wicks, see those two candles here? Those are whipsaws. I'm breaking down. Well, not quite. Right here, it's going down. Well, the monthly defined support saying no, buyers coming in, bringing back up. So you got to really make sure that monthly close saving a lot of whipsaws. You could back test it, and you could see that even if you play on the daily, on the weekly, if you have a chance to synchronize that with a monthly close and really make sure that you close below that, you're just putting more chances in your favor of having a successful trade. That that FOMO, fear of missing out, is really powerful, especially when the move's happening, and you just don't respect your system anymore. It's good, and then you don't wait for that close, and that's a killer, guys. All right, declining 30-week average below Ichimoku cloud. Out of the cloud, there's nothing below. We actually had a red candle this week for Apple. Wow, that's a red candle. It's a very small one, but it's still red. That's what I've been waiting for the Nasdaq. Hopefully, the Nasdaq could start giving me some red candles. But this could be the signal of a change. You see that wick here on the weekly. Buyers went all the way here. Sellers brought it down. And after that, this could be the start of a turnaround right there. Closing in on the 30-week, declining 30-week moving average, close to a monthly defined breakdown line. I'd wait for the end of the month at this stage, just to make sure if we could get a next close, red close right here, and another close February. So have a weekly close, red, a monthly close below that 165 level. Then I believe this is going to resume its downtrend. Go test this 154 level. And after that, maybe go down and test more and more levels. This one right here. Oh, what? That 130 right there. 154. There you go. What else is looking? This is a classic stage 4, guys. Let's see. So how is this behaving on the fast stock on the weekly? There's no bearish divergence. It didn't pull back as hard as the NASDAQ. Lower highs. Lower highs. Did you have bullish divergence right here? Lower lows. From this point, lower lows. No bullish divergence. Just steady as she goes. And we're approaching the power zone right here. Let's just check how far we are from the 30-week average. Yeah, we're a little bit far. Still 10% away. So there's still some room for maybe to go get closer to that 30-week, that monthly defined breakdown line, the 30-week moving average. So let's just wait. There's no rush. It is a red candle. But overall, the markets have been very strong. They haven't given signs of turning over. Apple could be a leader in showing that the market's running out of gas, that it's ready to turn over. But we're not quite there yet, guys. So I'd wait. It's time to really confirm that you get red candles, another one, and hopefully a monthly close below this 165. And for me, that will confirm that we've turned the leaf and ready for another leg down, guys. And let me check. I want to check on the daily. Let's get some more details how this has been behaving on the daily. We're below the 50-week moving average. Oh. Delete. Hide the volume. Okay. Below, above the 50-day moving average, below the 200-day. Running into resistance. Ichimoku cloud defined resistance right here. So this has actually went up, sideways move. Yeah, so it's deciding what it's going to do right now. But I think Apple's really giving signs of potentially turning over. On the daily, there is some divergence. So we do have a gas tank on the daily that could be consumed, that could help that downwards move. And that, as we consume that downtrend here, consume that stock, that accumulated energy on those higher highs on the indicator and lower highs on the price action, as we consume that on the weekly, that should start turning it down right here. And hopefully, I'm gonna go back on the monthly. Hopefully bring back the monthly back into a power zone. Remember, on the monthly, sorry, my throat. In an uptrend, that's why you want to see overbought on the monthly, and when it crosses over, it doesn't happen often, but it's a sign that you're changing trends. You can see right here, halfway mark, and if I align that with the price action, you're even crossing the 12-month moving average, pretty much smack there. Crossing. And when it crossed over right here, crossed the 12-month moving average. So every time you have that crossover on the monthly stock, it's going to coincide with that crossing of the 12-month moving average. So all signs start piling up that the price action is breaking down. So until the fast stock on the monthly starts crossing back over, I'm really sorry about my throat, starts crossing back over, like we had back here for a bullish scenario, going back in upwards territory above the 12-month moving average, starting to build signs that you want to go up. Apple is not showing a lot of strength, guys. So that's something to worry about if you're a bull. Canary in the coal mine, this is a big one. I did FedEx, I think, a week back. Apple is a huge one. I don't know how the markets could dismiss this, but we'll see how it trots along, guys. All right? Apple, man. Let's see if you fall some more. All right. Ciao, guys.